Barry Kleiman back here. Hello, how are you guys? Interview question, LinkedIn's interview question number 6. This is an interesting one for me because I'm amazed that it's as high up as it is, but it is. Um, and so I'll broach it accordingly using the same platform and making sure that you're using honesty and authenticity with your answer. So the question they ask is, tell me about a time you showed leadership. I think this is a more difficult question in many ways. Not that you shouldn't be honest, but the first thing I would do with this question is to say, once again, I'm not sure what you mean. I've never, could be your first job, right? You could talk about a time when you were a civic leader. You could talk about a time you were in a capacity in sports. You could talk about a time when there was some sort of um, organizing issue in your neighborhood. Um, think about a time where you showed leadership, because that's the question, right? And everybody tries to talk about how they managed a team of so many people, and maybe sometimes a self-righteous answer, which is fine as well, of course. But the main thing is to try to do it with empathy and not bravado. The thing about the truth is, in many ways, the truth has humility attached, and humility is never bad. Um, I shouldn't say that. I mean, some people just want to pound their chest and they just want to be the king of the world, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But you better find the person who can deal with that sort of ego, because probably the person who could deal with that ego is even bigger. And now you're going to just turn into one of those kind of relationships where it's just who can yell louder, who can outbrag the other one, whatever. So as far as leadership is concerned, I mean, for me personally, I'm a solopreneur, and I've been a solopreneur for 10 years. I had 7 people work for me until when .com blew up back in 2001, and .com turned .bomb. I was leading then. More recently, I've been a coach. I've coached nationally, international teams. That's leadership, I guess. Coaching, of course. Organizing committees. Um, I've been a leader as a parent, as a father. There's a lot of ways to answer this question, and you have to decide a time of leadership with which you're proud. If it's civic, if it's within a family structure, um, if it's in an emergency of some sort. When I said civic, I mean maybe neighborhood stuff, but if you were involved, if you were in military, of course. But the question is, like so many of these, is even more vague and not necessarily geared to just business. So I would try to find a time um, that you did show leadership and talk about it. Be as specific with examples as you can. I want to say this, and this is important because this is going to apply to maybe some other questions that we come to. If you can't think of a specific time, or somebody says, tell me about this, or how would you do that, you can say, using the truth, I've never actually done that before. Um, I'd be glad to tell you what I think I would do given the opportunity. But if you ask me the last time I did X, I've never done it. But I'd be happy to share with you my thought process given the situation, or given put in that circumstance. Somebody will either say, don't worry about it, Barry, it's not that important, or sure, go ahead and tell me how you would think. So again, you're being honest. You've never done X before, but you would be happy to take somebody through your mind, how you think. One more time, you're branding yourself. Brand yourself as a good and honest person who can think and answer questions appropriately. Okay, thanks. Talk soon.